We are the best team in this league. And we're going to show it today by ground and pound and beating them into submission. They say, help me up. I say, hell no. Put your foot on their throat and don't take it off, even if they turn purple. Today is our day. Today is our day of reign of terror on this league. This is a dream that you've been waiting for.
A beautiful summer's night in Toledo, Ohio. This is LFL Football Night. Hello, LFL fans around the world. Unless this is one of those weird transformation makeover shows, I am definitely not Mitch Mortaza. My name's Chet Buchanan. I'm your new LFL play-by-play man. Of course, as always, he is the coach, Bobby Hugo, and I guess we're going to start anywhere. We might as well do it tonight in Toledo.
Absolutely, Chet. I'm definitely going to miss Mitch Mortaza. He's probably on the beach in Newport with a blonde and a martini, but Chet, I'm going to love working with you.
I'd love to think that that was true as far as the Mitch Mortaza, the blonde, and the martini. The LFL brand is growing exponentially, internationally, every single day. He's got a lot of commissioner stuff to do, so I'm glad for the opportunity. And a great game tonight. Now, initially, we thought this was going to be a matchup of two of the great young guns of the LFL. 23-year-old quarterback Erica Hoffman for Toledo and Atlanta's 19-year-old phenom Dakota Hughes. Now, LFL fans, you'll remember this. Atlanta, Omaha, the 40-yard touchdown game-winning dagger. Hughes threw that pass with a broken wrist on her throwing hand. She's got to let that heal up. She can't go tonight. So in her place is the converted receiver, and she's played the position before. Jody Nettles will play quarterback tonight for Atlanta, and I would imagine the game plan, you're the coach, you know these things, I would imagine you want to protect the ball and limit the mistake.
Absolutely. They have to revolve around her tonight. She is a great athlete. She played a little bit of quarterback, but this is her first start. Up front, Holly Oaks, the second-year tight end. She has to play big tonight. She has great size and footwork. And on defense, the second-year linebacker, Leon Harden. She's a boxer. She's tough. She's a blue-collar worker. She is the heart and soul of that defense. She has to play big. But the big story for Atlanta is the coaching of Dane Robinson. They were in disarray last year in 2013. A lot of internal fighting. He's brought that team together. They're ready to play tonight.
On the other side, for Toledo, Coach Ben Kelly has hitched his wagon to two vital pieces. It's more like 2.5. The second part of it's a two-headed monster. I'll get to that in a minute. Two vital pieces to this roster. First, the quarterback, Erica Hoffman. She's tough, just like we talked about Dakota Hughes of Atlanta playing with the broken wrist. Erica Hoffman played an entire game with a separated shoulder. She claims she's 100% tonight. If she is 100%, she's got a rocket for an arm. The team says she's healthy as well. We'll see how it plays out later on tonight. The second piece that Ben Kelly is hitching his wagon to tonight is the two-headed monster at running back, Mercedes Ephraim. She's a rookie. She's a quick-cutting, fast running back. Well, that sounds a lot like Tamar Fennell, doesn't it? She's not ready to give up her position tonight. Look for them to share carries. Should be tough, should be hard-hitting. Let's get to the football. Let's strap up the chin straps, turn up the lights, crank it up. LFL Football Night kickoff with Atlanta and the Toledo Crush is next. We are fired up in Toledo, Ohio at the Huntington Center. This is LFL Football Night with the Atlanta Steam and the hometown Toledo Crush. Atlanta will kick off. Mia Alfonso will do the duties. And here we go. Tamar Fennell is deep at her own 2-yard line. She'll take the ball there. Fennell breaks to the outside, to the 15, 20, midfield, where she's hit out of bounds there. A great start for the Toledo offense.
Tamar Fennell, you want to kick the ball away from her. She's dangerous every time she touches the football.
How healthy is Erica Hoffman? We should find out in short order. She'll start at quarterback tonight, coming off the injured shoulder.
Her stats are not bad, 6 out of 14, but the injury is the big question. Can she perform at the level she did before?
Hoffman to take her first snap under center since that dislocated shoulder earlier in the season. And Hoffman will throw right off the bat. Looking deep, just too far. Shoulder looked good right there.
Shoulder looked good, but the accuracy way off.
The pass was intended for Heaven Rios. Now let's meet the Toledo offense.
Lulu Jackson, offensive line. Karis Hood, offensive line.
Jessie Lynn, guard.
Tamar Fennell, receiver. Mercedes Ephraim, wide receiver. Heaven Rios, wide receiver.
Erica Huffman, quarterback.
As always, their offense will revolve around all fantasy running back Tamar Fennell.
Second down from midfield, and that is Fennell. Down to the 10, inside the 5, to the 4-yard line. She might have even gotten the 3. Tamar Fennell with a 21-yard run. They'll mark it at the 4-yard line.
Great handoff, great jump cut outside. Anytime she gets the ball, she has the potential to score. Just like Chicago's Harris, you can only contain her. They can't totally stop her tonight. They got to try to contain her.
Toledo crush in business. First and goal from the 4-yard line early in Toledo tonight. They'll keep it on the ground. Fennell, she's stuffed in the backfield. Shar Fuller. Now let's meet the Atlanta Steam defense.
Mia Alfonso, defensive end. Tiana Lopez, defensive end.
Leanne Harden, middle linebacker. Alfie Gore, your corner. Keon Harrison, your corner.
Coco Montgomery, safety.
Charlene the Predator Fuller, free safety.
We're going to be watching Fuller all night as she spies on Tamar Fennell.
On second and goal, Fuller through the middle to the end zone. Touchdown for the Toledo Crush.
Great opening drive for Toledo, just what they had to do with the injured quarterback. You give it to the all-fantasy back. Great blocking at the point of attack. Great cut inside by Tamar Fennell. Toledo takes the early lead. Great start.
Atlanta is known as having one of the most physical defenses in the LFL. Toledo handled them pretty easily right there. They'll go for the 1-point extra point conversion. Hoffman comes to the line. She's under center. Handoff again to Fennell. She'll walk into the end zone. The conversion is good. That'll make it 7-0 for Toledo.
That's why she's a great back. There was absolutely nothing inside. They had that stuff. She made a jump cut outside for the easy conversion. Tamar Fennell, all fantasy, one of the best in the LFL.
Great start for Toledo coach Ben Kelly. There is Atlanta's quarterback, Dakota Hughes. She's got the broken wrist, made the trip to Toledo anyway to support her receiver, who's now playing quarterback, Jody Nettles.
It's great to see her on the sideline. There's no telling how much information she can give the Nettles tonight.
Atlanta will start out on the ground. That's Naz Johnson. She breaks to the outside, close to a first down. She'll have the first down out across midfield. Atlanta is in business.
Great handoff out of the I formation. Naz Johnson, another great cut, just like Fennell, outside, coming off a severe ACL injury. You can see no signs of that injury, Chet, right there.
One play, one first down for Naz Johnson as Atlanta has a first down at midfield. Johnson again, another big hole inside the 20, down to the 17, an 8-yard run for Naz Johnson. Now let's meet the Atlanta Steam offense.
Keon Harrison, your center.
Ashley Pope, tight end.
Holly Oaks, tight end.
Dee Salter, badass running back. Jody Nettles, quarterback. Coco Montgomery, wide receiver.
Charlene Fuller, your wide receiver.
The key tonight is running back Naz Johnson and how that knee responds.
Boy, and it's responding well. Johnson again, 3 plays in a row. This time she'll rip off 11 yards down to the Toledo 6-yard line. First and goal, Atlanta.
As long as that offensive line is blocking like that, Key Harrison, Holly Oaks, and Ashley Pope opening big holes early in the game for Naz Johnson.
29 yards worth of holes in those first 3 plays. First and goal, Atlanta. Why not give it to her again? And they do. Naz Johnson inside the 5. Can she get to the goal line? Close. They push her out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Megan Brown, defensive end.
Lulu Jackson, defensive line.
Jessie Lynn, linebacker.
Karis Hood, linebacker. Heaven Rios, defensive back.
Rami Olenzak, defensive back.
Tamar Fennell, defensive back.
Against his strong Atlanta running game, Lulu Jackson has to play big tonight, Chet.
Second down, goal from the 1-yard line. Dee Salter inside. She's pushed back. Lulu Jackson, just like you said, she was there.
Looking at the game films from last week, Dane Robinson knew their front line was not playing good. and his game plan was to attack them with his strong offensive line. Lulu Jackson just showed she has to step up, and she just did on that play.
They're calling it 3rd and goal from the 2. I think Atlanta got lucky there. It looked like she got pushed back a lot farther than just a yard. Gee, I wonder who's going to get the ball here. If it's me, I give it to Naz Johnson.
Until you stop her, you have to give her the football.
3rd down and goal to go. It is Johnson from the 2, and she'll walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
That Atlanta offensive line, Key Harrison, what a drive block to open a huge hole. Watch Key Harrison, the center right here. Bam, takes out the whole side of the Toledo defense, walks in the end zone for a touchdown. Great opening drive for Atlanta.
36 yards for Naz Johnson alone on that opening drive for Atlanta. They'll attempt the extra point. Is Johnson not out there?
Just what Dane Robinson wanted, Chet. That opening drive, give the ball to Johnson, great block, and run the ball down the field.
But why not have her out there for the extra point? Instead, it's Mia Alfonso. She'll get stuffed back at the 3. Extra point, no good. I don't get it.
Could have given the ball to Johnson, but watch Remy Owens off the corner. Nobody blocks her. She's a stud from Pittsburgh. She drinks Iron City beer instead of Red Bull. Her stats this year, she's playing pretty good. 4 tackles, 3 assists, but look at her. She has attitude off the corner. If I was a coach, I'd love having her play for me.
Get your hand out your ass. Start playing some aggressive football. We get our backs, make your check. You know how to play this game. We spotted them 7 points. That's all they get. There's no reason to play tentative. Play hard up front. Cover.
Obviously, Coach Robinson fired up in his huddle. There's the Toledo huddle, and earlier tonight we got a chance to talk to Toledo quarterback Erica Hoffman.
I would say to whoever thinks I don't belong in this league that they just need to watch. I'm a tough, physical player. I'm going to bring it every game, and I've definitely got one of the best arms in this league. You can ask any defense out there.
You got to love her. A coach's dream. Chet, she's playing with a separated shoulder.
Hoffman brings her team to the line, leading by 1. Erica Hoffman, she'll throw on 1st down. Dumps it off to Lulu Jackson. She's out across the 20. Still on her feet across midfield, carrying half of the Atlanta defense. Lulu Jackson, 12 yards. It would be a 1st down, but this one's coming back.
Wow, she is a tank. You're right, there's a penalty down, but that's a great replacement for Tamar Fennell. She is a stud. It took the whole team to bring her down.
Referee tonight is Kim Senteri.
An illegal shift on the offense. 2 men in motion. Replay 1st down.
Boy, that's got to be disheartening for the Toledo offense to bring that 1st down play back.
It's both disheartening, but there's a lot of positive in that because it was a great read by the quarterback. Lulu Jackson looking great with the ball. Ben Kelly's got to now know she can run the football, get her the ball more often.
Yeah, tough not to get the yards, but you gain your confidence.
Absolutely.
That's coaching insight right there, kids. That's coaching insight. So 1st and 15 now for Toledo from their own 10. Hoffman under center. She'll hand off to Tamar Fennell. Check that. That's Mercedes Ephraim. Her 1st carry of the ball game. She'll get 2 yards out to the 12. Shar Fuller was there for the Atlanta defense.
Chet, I hope that Tamar Fennell is not hurt. That's 2 plays in a row when she wasn't in the backfield. If I was the head coach, Ben Kelly, I would have Fennell on the field all the time, 100%.
With that in mind, good news if you're a Toledo fan. Wait, there's another injury on the play.
Wow, that's bad news. Mercedes. That's Mercedes Ephraim.
What you got, ankle? Ankle? Come on. Get her.
You got to like Ben Kelly. He not only walks on the field to make sure she's all right, he actually carries her off. Wow.
Yeah, he's got 3 other staff members standing there, and the head coach goes out, carries off his own player. Tamar Fennell does come back in for the Toledo offense. They have the ball 2nd and 13 at their own 12-yard line as we're inside 2 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Toledo crushed, leading by 1. Fennell will get the ball. She's over the right side, out across the 15. Slammed down hard on the play right there by Key Harrison. Lee Harden in on the tackle as well.
Kia Harrison, she doesn't get a lot of publicity, but she is also a stud on that defense. She's played great all night so far. Watch out for number 11 as we continue this game.
6-yard pickup for Fennell on the play. Still some yards to make up 3rd down and 7 to go.
Look like motion, Chet.
Dead ball, false start, number 19 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains third down.
Toledo's going the wrong way. They'll have third down and 12 yards to go. The beauty of the LFL is there's no kicking, so fourth down is a play that you can use.
Absolutely. That wasn't the rookie quarterback's problem right there. That was Karis Hood. She played right tight end. He lifted up her hand, which caused the false start.
Third and 12 for the Crush with a minute left to go in the first quarter. Erica Hoffman, she's back to pass, rolls to her left, goes deep down the field. Looking for Heaven Rios. It's incomplete. Heaven Rios needed to keep running.
Keep running, and it was a bad pass by Hoffman. A play action. It was a bootleg coming to the left. She had great footwork. That arm, that hurt shoulder showed right there, because if she would have led Rios, it would have been a touchdown for Toledo.
The arm strength is there, but as you said before, the accuracy is not.
That's a tough injury. I mean, it's not like a bruised shoulder. That's a separation. I can't even believe she's trying to throw the ball deep. That's why I love her as a competitor.
Fourth down for Toledo at their own 13-yard line, and what do you do here? You give the ball to Tamar Fennell. She's got a hole and slips down just across the 15.
That's a tough call right there for Ben Kelly. You got Fennell who can break it at any time, but 4th and 12, with a quarterback with a bad wing, it's tough to do anything but give the ball to Fennell.
The Atlanta Steam will take over in Toledo territory. They'll have the ball at the Toledo 16.
The clock's running. They got to hurry up here. This is showing right now. This is not the Cody Hughes. There's only 9 seconds left.
Her replacement, Jody Nettles, is in the shotgun. Final play of the first quarter. And as she should, she hands the ball to Naz Johnson. Inside the 15-yard line, down to the 13. And that is the final play of the first quarter. Great first quarter in Toledo. The hometown Crush lead the Atlanta Steam 7-6. This is LFL Football Night. LFL Football Night is in Toledo, where the hometown Crush lead the Atlanta Steam 7-6 as we begin the second quarter. With the coach, Bobby Huco, I'm Chet Buchanan. Coach, good first quarter.
Chet, great first quarter for Toledo. They're the big underdog, and now they're up against Atlanta.
No, you're in. You're in. All right? You can do this shit. Don't worry about it. You can do it.
Don't show any signs of the past,
Hey, listen. Get your ass open. All right? Get your ass open. Give me some time. Block for me. Give me some time up front. All right? Give me some time. Y'all insert yourselves. Make sure nobody gets make sure nobody gets this motherfucker, right? Give her time. You throw the best motherfucking ball in your life, okay? All right, let's go. Hey, score right here, y'all.
Mark White is a good offensive coordinator. He is under control. He's not upset they're behind. He calmly told the offense what he wants them to do, and I'm sure they'll respond right here.
Sounds like he's dialing up a pass for Jody Nettles on 2nd down and 7. Instead of giving the ball to Naz Johnson, maybe catch him off guard. Nettles will throw on play action to the end zone. Coco Montgomery, it's just out of her reach.
Great play selection by White, wide open. Nettles, again, not playing quarterback a lot, a great athlete, overthrew Coco Montgomery in the end zone. Should have been 6 points for Atlanta.
Coach White wanted her to throw the best ball of her life. It didn't happen on that play. It'll bring up 3rd down, 7 yards to go from the Toledo 13-yard line.
She was so wide open, she could have underhanded it out there.
They will hand the ball to Naz Johnson this time. She's inside the 10, inside the 5, to the end zone for an Atlanta Steam touchdown. Naz Johnson.
That's how to run the football. The entire offensive line. Watch this. They blow out Toledo. Look at the lead blocking. There's nobody there. Great downfield blocking. She walks in the end zone. Up front, Harrison, Oaks, and Pope. Got to give them big double thumbs up so far this game. They're blocking everybody.
If I'm the coach, I never do anything else but hand the ball to Naz Johnson until they stop her.
You do it over and over again until they stop it. Great, Chet. I like the way you think. You should be a coach.
Atlanta 12, Toledo 7. Atlanta goes for the extra point. Naz Johnson. That's coaching. That's solid coaching right there.
It is coaching, and when you have your offensive line playing like this, they're playing together like a team, one unit. Keep doing it, and they're blowing out Toledo right now up front.
Atlanta on the road leads by a touchdown. We'll see if the Toledo Crush offense can answer as Erica Hoffman brings her team to the line.
Chet, she's got to be frustrated tonight. She's such a competitor, she won't show it, but playing with that separated shoulder, she's absolutely not throwing the ball the way she used to. I think the coach, Ben Kelly, is going to put it back in their all-fantasy running backs' hands, Tamar Fennell.
See what they do here on first down. Hoffman will throw. She's looking deep. Coco Montgomery is the only one back there. Juggles, makes the interception. She'll bring it out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20-yard line. Coco Montgomery intercepts Erica Hoffman.
That injury is definitely showing up right now. Hoffman had her wide open again, but she has no accuracy with that separated shoulder. I don't blame her. I love her trying to make it happen, but with a separated shoulder, it's so much pain. Receiver wide open, she overthrew again.
Bad news for the Toledo Crush as Atlanta has the ball back with a one-touchdown lead heading into the second quarter, and they appear to be getting some momentum.
They're getting momentum, and I got to blame the coach, Ben Kelly, on that. He sees his quarterback is not sharp tonight. She's injured. You have an all-fantasy running back in the backfield. Give her the football.
Atlanta with their replacement quarterback, Jody Nettles, under center. Play action. She'll look down the field. Got a receiver open. There's Coco Montgomery again with the catch. 27 yards to the Toledo 3-yard line. First and goal, Atlanta.
And plays like that are no surprise to Coach Dane Robinson.
I have all the confidence in the world that Jody will lead this offense with the same composure and tenacity as Dakota, and we'll get this win tonight.
I love his coaching style. He's treating his game plan like Dakota was the starting quarterback. He wants Jody to play to that same level.
First and goal, Atlanta from the Toledo 3-yard line. Naz Johnson. Naz Johnson into the end zone. Touchdown.
Again, the front line, Key Harrison, Holly Oakes, and Ashley Pope blowing out the defensive front of Toledo. Naz Johnson, watch this. She can walk in the end zone. Look at that hole. Chet, you could have ran in there.
I still would have gotten hit, but yeah, I could have gotten through a hole that large. Why would you do anything but give the ball to Naz Johnson?
You got to like the play selection of Mark White. They give it to Johnson, and then once in a while open up the secondary and play action, and Nettles got the ball down the field. Great play selection by Mark White.
Atlanta going for the one-point conversion. Naz Johnson to the goal line. Is she stopped? No, she got in. The attempt is good. Atlanta takes a 20-7 lead with 5:41 left to go in the first half. And this is really starting to look like a dominant Atlanta offense.
Coach Dane Robinson has to like the way Jody Nettles is playing with Dakota Hughes out. Now he's got two quarterbacks.
That's what I'm talking about. I should have had that the first time. I'm pissed. It doesn't matter. You got this one this time.
They're both great friends. They're helping each other out. This is great news for Atlanta fans. You have two quarterbacks, a stud quarterback that's out hurt, and a great backup developing, Jody Nettles.
Toledo needs to answer here, down 13 in their own building. They'll start out at their own 15-yard line. Handoff. That's Tamar Fennell. She'll only get a couple of yards out to the 17. Key Harrison and Shar Fuller on the stop.
Again, Dane Robinson saw that the quarterback Hoffman, her arm is not good. He's keying everybody. Charlene Fuller is keyed right now to stop Tamar Fennell. They held her to 2 yards. Key Harrison again with an outstanding play.
Remember, Mercedes Ephraim went out with an injury in the first quarter. They're going to have to rely on Tamar Fennell. She'll get the ball again. Out to the 20-yard line, still on her feet to midfield. Tamar Fennell with a little spark of life for the Toledo offense.
That's what she'll give you. She, as I mentioned, one of the top backs in the LFL. Even though they know she's going to get the ball, Charlene Fuller is keyed on her. She still gets a solid 7 yards.
She's a yard short of the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Not quite to midfield. They marked her at the 24-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if Atlanta brought everybody up knowing Fennell is going to get the ball.
And they do, and Fennell is stopped short of the first down.
Charlene Fuller again, watch, she comes up. She knows Fennell's getting the ball. She comes up, bam, stops her for no gain. That's what you have to do. Now you force either 4th and 1, Fennell's going to get the ball. The quarterback can't throw. I would have everybody keyed on number 1.
Options are limited for Toledo. You got to believe that Fennell will get the ball. The formation shows that. Fennell does. Across midfield in the first down. Huge pickup for Toledo there.
That's all Tamar Fennell. They had nobody in the secondary for Atlanta. They knew they were going to run the football. Now, if there's any way possible that Hoffman can even shot put the ball, there's nobody deep for Atlanta.
Toledo's offense has been relying heavily on the running game. They have one running back injured, a quarterback still coming off a separated shoulder. And Erica Hoffman busted play. She'll try to run around the right side. Hit hard there by Key Harrison as she crosses midfield.
She just went the wrong direction. The backs went left, she went right. A lot of times when you're having pain, you don't think straight. It showed right there for the rookie. She's tough, staying in the game, but a mental mistake.
A loss of 1 on the play. Toledo wants to talk about it. Coach Ben Kelly wants to talk to his troops and make sure that they get the right play. They need to score here or this game could get out of hand.
Exactly. He knows how key this drive is. He's got a hurt quarterback. She looks at the clock. She knows she can't throw, even though she's going to try. Trust me, she'll try. But they got to give the ball to Fennell and try to get a score to cut this lead to 1 score before halftime.
Play clock running down. Toledo with 5 to go on the play clock, and they'll call timeout.
Again, a rookie mistake. She's got to have her eyes on the clock. And again, Ben Kelly, a mistake. He talked too long to her before. But again, this gets a chance to calm down. Let's make a right game plan right here. Make great play selection. Drive the ball down the field with the running game. The passing attack, which was so potent before the injury, is nil tonight so far.
You've got 2:35 until halftime. Can you try to throw the ball here with Erica Hoffman? As a coach, do you just keep pounding the ball inside?
You have to know the injuries to your players. He's got to know right now, because if you watch tapes of her early in the season, she was on target, accuracy, one of the best in the league. Now she can't even hit the side of a barn tonight so far. Wide open receivers. You have an all-fantasy back, Tamar Fennell. Let her take it down the field.
Coach Dane Robinson looks confident over there on the Atlanta Steam sideline as his defense comes back out on the field, leading by 13. Toledo with the ball just inside midfield. Is there a flag on the play there, Bobby?
Yeah, it looked like Leanne Harden jumped a little too soon. Offsides for Atlanta, I think.
Jennifer King was the ball carrier. She finally gets a carry, and they're bringing it back.
Offsides on the defense, number 20. 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Leanne Hart, a little antsy right there. They know they're not going to throw the football. She's coming up for that linebacker position, trying to stop any running back that Toledo throws at her.
Whether it's Jennifer King or Tamar Fennell, Toledo's got to try and get something going. Down 13 as we approach the 2-minute warning in the first half. Here in Toledo on LFL football night. Erica Hoffman brings them to the line. 2nd down and 6 yards to go. There's Tamar Fennell in to make the stop. Jen McLaughlin holds on and won't let go.
Jenny Mack, she's got great skills. You saw her there, get right in the middle of everything. We don't talk about her much either on this Atlanta roster, but Jenny Mack can play.
2-minute warning in Toledo. Atlanta leads by 13. Back in Toledo as the Atlanta Steam have a 13-point lead on the hometown Toledo Crush. Chet Buchanan and the coach Bobby Hugo.
Big play right here, Chet. 3rd down. Toledo has to come up with something here. Get some points on the board before halftime.
Yeah, they really need to do something here. Even though it's only a 2-score game, it seems a lot more dire than that. Erica Hoffman will run the ball to the left side. Cuts back, nothing there. Swarmed under by the Atlanta defense once again after no gain.
I really have to question that play selection. You have an injured quarterback playing with a separated AC joint, and you have her running the football instead of your all-fantasy back, Tamar Fennell. I don't like that call at all.
The Toledo offense has been interesting in the first half, although Coach Ben Kelly doesn't have a whole ton of options.
You want to protect your injured quarterback anytime she's wide open game when she runs the football. You don't want her out for the season.
4th down, 4 yards to go. The only option for the Toledo offense is Tamar Fennell. She'll get the ball down towards the 10-yard line. It's 5 yards on the run and up for a Toledo 1st down.
And look what happens every time Tamar Fennell touches the football. She gets yardage, even with no blocking. She doesn't need holes. She made that all on her own.
Will Toledo get a score before halftime? 1:32 left to go. Down 2 scores to the Atlanta Steam. The Toledo Crush come to the line.
They are so tight right now. Now's the shot. Maybe you take a shot down the field.
Give the ball instead once again to Fennell. Inside the 10, to the 5, down to the 4-yard line. Tamar Fennell, the only real answer for Ben Kelly and the Toledo offense.
You know what? You can't blame him. He should have been doing that earlier. You know, the injured arm, Hoffman's not sharp. Give the ball to your top back.
Toledo can still get a first down without getting into the end zone. They're at the Atlanta 4-yard line. It's 2nd down and 2 yards to go. A little over a minute remaining in the first half, needing a score, down by 13.
Look how tight the Atlanta defense is to the line of scrimmage.
Erica Hoffman, she'll try to throw, gets the ball somehow to Lulu Jackson. 4 yards to the end zone. It's a Toledo touchdown.
Wow, what a play by Erica Hoffman. She shot puts it out there. She saw the linebackers out of position, just dumped it where they were for a touchdown. Incredible play by the injured quarterback, Erica Hoffman.
And they're loving it at the Huntington Center. Finally, the Toledo offense again shows just a glimmer of life.
Just what the doctor ordered. This is a game again with 1 minute left in the second quarter.
Clock stops with 52.4 seconds left to go in the first half.
I can't tell you what a great read that was by Hoffman. The linebackers came up to the line of scrimmage. She threw it in the hole where the linebacker was.
Toledo back within 7. They'll go for the 1-point conversion. Who do you think's going to get the ball here? It's Tamar Fennell. And the Atlanta defense swarms her under. I'd love to tell you who made that tackle. I think it's easier to tell you who didn't.
Do you think they knew Fennell was going to get the football? Wow, what a play by that defense.
After such a great play and a great drive, really, to get into the end zone, 10 plays, 35 yards, chewed up almost 5 minutes of clock, and then not to look great on the conversion attempt.
What leadership, though, by the rookie quarterback. Playing hurt, and again, I cannot tell you the pain. I've had separated shoulder. Every time you move, you're in pain, let alone try to throw the football, and she delivers a strike to put Toledo back in the ball game.
Let's not forget the Atlanta Steam have 52.4 seconds left to try and get a score of their own. They'll start out by giving the ball to Naj Johnson. And just as the Atlanta defense expected Tamar Fennell, the Toledo defense expected Naj Johnson.
Again, 2 great running backs. They pulled the guard, but the guard went too far. Tamar Fennell came out of the secondary untouched and made a solid tackle.
Like you said, and Tamar Fennell is the only one that made the tackle there. Maybe they just have them play one-on-one.
They should, and Fennell, we talk about as a running back. She was an all-fantasy defensive back also.
2nd and 11, Johnson again with a big run out across midfield. They'll give her 13 yards. That's a first down to the Toledo 23. Clock running at the end of the first half.
Somebody has to step up on this Toledo defense, on the defensive line. They're running right through them, right down the field with Naj Johnson.
Atlanta calls timeout with 27 seconds to go. I would imagine that is to give Naj Johnson a chance to rest.
I think Johnson is the answer right here. But for Toledo, let's get back to that. Momentum-wise, what a great drive that quarterback led him to a touchdown. This defense has to step up and stop Atlanta on this drive, or the confidence level of the entire team is going to be way down going into halftime.
Atlanta has a first down at the Toledo 23. 27 seconds left to go in the half. Naj Johnson again. She'll cut out wide to the right. Slammed into the boards there. Heaven Rios makes the stop for Toledo.
Solid play by Heaven Rios coming up and stopping Naj. That clock's running right now. I'm not sure they shouldn't have passed on that down.
2nd and 8, that's kind of inconsequential. They will pass. Jody Nettles with a receiver wide open. It's Dee Salter, 21 yards to the end zone. And an Atlanta touchdown with 4 seconds left to go in the half.
Wow, what a play by Nettles right there. She played like a veteran with time running out, play action pass. Heaven Rios, where was she? She's the safety. Don't let anybody get behind you, especially with 5 seconds left in the half. Rios came up, Nettles went over the top. Dakota loves this. Atlanta back in business.
And as you said earlier, now it looks like Atlanta has 2 quarterbacks.
They totally do.
Extra point to Naj Johnson. She'll walk into the end zone once again.
You can see the Toledo defense, they are deflated right now. They were back in the game. In the last minute, they let Atlanta score. Now they have a 2-score game going at halftime. They are depressed on defense. The coach, Ben Kelly, look, he has no emotion right now.
This game isn't over, but you see it in Toledo's body language, and it just feels like Atlanta's blowing them out. And it's only a 2-score game. You can do that in a hurry in the LFL.
Exactly. And you know what? With the West Coast offense that Toledo had when Hoffman was solid, when she was 100%, 2 touchdowns is nothing. But tonight, with her arm hurting this bad, it's a big margin for Atlanta.
Will they just take a knee, or will they try and get something out of it here? 4.3 seconds to go in the first half. Toledo starts out at their own 15. Erica Hoffman back to pass, she'll run. Quarterback keeper across midfield. Can she break a tackle? No, she goes down at the 20. That is the end of the first half.
Not sure about that call. Running your injured quarterback, don't do it. She's got the arm strength tonight. You should have thrown a Hail Mary and tried to get the ball in the end zone.
Toledo needs some answers at halftime. A physical game in Toledo, Ohio. The hometown Crush find themselves down 2 scores as Atlanta's backup quarterback is rolling. Halftime is next.
These the weakest bitches I ever seen in my fucking life. Put them on their ass. Let's keep it pushing, man. I swear to God. Yeah. I swear to God, it's like playing fucking babies. It's like playing fucking babies. I know, because every time they try to come for me, bitch, you too weak. Every time I'm gonna put you on your ass. Let's go.
Welcome back to LFL Football Night in the beautiful Huntington Center in Toledo, Ohio, where the hometown Crush trail the Atlanta Steam 27-13. I'm Chet Buchanan alongside the coach Bobby Hugo. Boy, this is your kind of game, isn't it? Lots of offense and specifically coming from one source.
Number 19, Naz Johnson, is back. 70 yards on 11 carries, 3 touchdowns. Last year, she was out with a severe knee injury, out for the entire season. She is back 100% tonight.
Jody Nettles is in at quarterback for Dakota Hughes. How do you think she's done so far?
I would grade her a solid B. She's playing okay, not great, but she's not making any major mistakes so far. She's 2 out of 3, including this 21-yard touchdown strike to Dee Salter. Looking good on the pass so far. She has to play good, cannot make any mistakes, play solid, let the game come to her, no turnovers. That's what she needs in the second half.
For Toledo, I do not believe that Erica Hoffman is healthy. She has struggled in this first half. 1 of 4 with a pick. She did have a touchdown. This 6-yard touchdown strike right here to Lulu Jackson. And the only other source of offense really coming from the veteran Tamar Fennell. We talked in pregame that rookie's been pushing her. She is not ready to let go of her spot just yet. She opened the game on this 6-yard touchdown run. She finished the half with a pretty impressive 63 yards on the ground. Let's take a look at the rest of the first half stats.
Both offenses look great in the first half. Atlanta racked up 116 yards, Toledo 81 yards, mostly on the ground. 2 star running backs, Naz Johnson, Tamar Fennell, looked spectacular in the first half. At some point during the game, though, they got to stretch the defense, throw it down the field, which opens up that run a little bit more.
Yeah, whoever can do that first will probably come out victorious. Who's going to break out first? That's it for halftime. The teams are coming back on the field. Toledo is trailing Atlanta at home 27-13. LFL Football Night as we get into the final 16 minutes of play. Your kickoff is next. We are ready to start the second half in Toledo, Ohio for LFL Football Night. Jody Nettles getting some advice from Dakota Hughes there. She had a decent first half. We'll look at her in just a second. First, the running backs, pretty even.
Pretty solid. Both running backs, Johnson and Fennell, over 60 yards, are both on their way to 100-yard nights.
Atlanta will get the ball to start the second half as the kickoff sails out of bounds. A minute ago, we saw Atlanta starting quarterback Dakota Hughes talking to her backup Jody Nettles. Like you said at halftime, a solid B.
Solid B, but solid numbers. Her rating is over 100, 109 right now. She's 2 out of 3 with 1 touchdown pass, maybe a B+. I got to hand it to her. She's played solid football tonight.
The backup quarterback, Jody Nettles, leads her offense back onto the field as they start the second half, up 2 scores. Atlanta's got a 27-13 lead over Toledo.
You remember Bledsoe and Tom Brady when the replacement came in, they wanted the starting job. Who knows?
That's a great point. What's Jody Nettles going to do here? She's going to throw deep down the field. She's got a receiver wide open. Coco Montgomery on her way to the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta, 1 play, 1 score, 35 yards to the house.
Wow, we got to see if Dakota Hughes is smiling now. Jody Nettles showing it all tonight. First play of the second half, goes deep for a score. going for the jugular. As they say, put your foot on their throat and don't let them up. Jody Nettles might be going for that starting job.
Now it feels like a blowout in Toledo as the Steam are up 20. Atlanta will go for the 1 point extra point. You suppose Nas Johnson might get the ball here?
I think so, but look at that defense. They are totally demoralized on the Toledo side. Wow.
There's Nas Johnson around the right side. Nobody even close until she gets to the goal line. Tamar Fennell was there, but she was just a little bit too late. And look at the body language. Now even she's starting to look demoralized.
I have never seen Tamar Fennell look demoralized like that. But let's get back to that call by Mark White. First play of the second half, go for that jugular for a touchdown. Look at Toledo. They're yelling at each other right now. They don't know what's going on.
Would you have done that as a coach? You go for the bomb?
Absolutely.
First time out?
In fact, I'd go for the bomb every play.
It doesn't matter. You're never running the ball, even if you do have a Nas Johnson or a Tamar Fennell. And once again, speaking of Tamar Fennell, if you're demoralizing her, you've done something. Look at some of these vicious hits in the first half from Toledo's Tamar Fennell.
She is tough. She takes a physical beating every game. She delivers it too. She's got to be in the ice tub like 3 hours after the game, but she is one of the toughest players and best running backs in the LFL. Toledo
down 3 scores at home now. Tamar Fennell, we'll see if she's still in the game. Yep, still running hard. A 3-yard gain out to the 18. Shar Fuller there again for Atlanta.
Charlene Fuller is spying on Fennell. Here we go. Little Donnybrook going on, little fight. You knew that's going to happen. Toledo's so demoralized right now.
Frustrated, angry, upset, but not giving up. It's good that they've got some fight in them. Isn't that what you want to see from your team?
I agree. You want to have some fight, not too much. You don't want a street brawl, but you want to show some fire that you're not totally giving up.
Second down and 7 yards to go for Toledo. Fennell gets the ball again and finds an opening across midfield, across the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Tamar Fennell hasn't given up yet. 15 yards on the play for a Toledo first down.
That's a Tamar Fennell we love to watch. That's the all-fantasy back. She's got her fire back. She made something out of nothing right there. That's Tamar Fennell.
Give it to Fennell again. She'll try the right side. Won't get anything. She's hit hard right there. Key Harrison again. Charlene Fuller again. Tamar Fennell will lose 2 yards.
Watch Fuller and Harrison. They're both spying on right now. With Hoffman's injured shoulder, they're coming up quick. They're going right after Fennell. Fennell can break him on her own talent, but that was -2. They're going to be doing that for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, and don't forget, Mercedes Ephraim went out in the first quarter with what appeared to be a leg injury. So that's the only option they have left is Tamar Fennell, and that's the way it's been for most of the game.
At some point, you're right. At some point, Fennell's going to get tired. She's going to play a little slower. You got to give her a break now and then, but now they have nobody to throw in there.
And she's just getting beat up. What will the Toledo offense do here on 2nd and 12? Erica Hoffman will swing the ball out to the left. Complete there to Heaven Rios. She'll pick up 5 yards on 2nd down. Good play there.
Great play there by the quarterback. She doesn't have the accuracy. You throw a quick screen like that, put it in Rios' hands, who's got a lot of talent. You get positive yards, and you get the confidence going for Hoffman to make some completions.
Still brings up a 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Clock running in the 3rd quarter. The Toledo Crush down by 3 scores. They need to make something happen here, and you can't just go to Tamar Fennell every single time. They will here, and she gets stopped because they're ready for her at the 15-yard line. Fuller again. Delaney Adams gets into the action this time.
Dane Robinson, his defense is getting. Watch Fuller. She doesn't care about anybody but Fennell. She comes out of nowhere. If Fennell goes right, she goes right. If she goes left, she goes left. She is spying on Fennell, and it's working right now.
One of the great parts of the LFL, no kicking. 4th down is a very viable down in LFL play. But what will the Toledo offense do here on 4th and 8?
Really tough call here. Your quarterback has not been able to throw the ball down the field. What do?
Erica Hoffman will throw. She's looking downfield. That shot put pass again to Heaven Rios. Stretched her out just a little too much. She falls down after a gain of 3. They'll turn the ball over on downs.
Not a bad play selection right there. Heaven Rios coming underneath, had the blockers in front of it. It's a middle screen. The ball was high. Again, not accurate by Hoffman. Rios was all out of whack right there, and she fell down before she could follow her blockers.
Jody Nettles and the Atlanta Steam will take over on downs with about 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Jody Nettles has had one heck of a game.
She looked great tonight, great leadership. As I mentioned, it looks like she's trying to get the starting role.
She'll hand the ball off this time. Dee Salter on the end around. She finds an opening out to the 20-yard line. Hit hard there by Lulu Jackson, but not until a gain of 9 yards.
I like that play selection. Everybody went right. Salters came the other way on a reverse, got 9 yards and took a lot of time off the clock.
As we mentioned, Jody Nettles has had one heck of a game.
We talked about Nettles, but we have never talked about Dee Salter. She's got a lot of talent.
Toledo may be down 3 scores, but they're not done yet. Lulu Jackson was letting them know after that play, and Naz Johnson, she wanted a piece of Lulu Jackson. 2nd down and 1 for Atlanta now at their own 21-yard line. Dee Salter with the ball again, rumbles across midfield and down to the Toledo 21-yard line.
Dee Salter, a fire plug out of Pittsburgh, just like Remy Owenzak. It looks like she's having a lot of that Iron City beer for energy tonight. She can't be stopped right now. Who would have called it? Dee Salter.
8 yards on a 2nd and 1. That's an Atlanta first down at the Toledo 21-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Clock running in Toledo. Atlanta with a 3-score lead. Jody Nettles in the shotgun. Whoa, ball gets by her. Nowhere to go. Wow, what's she doing? Throws it up in the air. Intercepted by Toledo. Could this be the spark they need? Heaven Rios.
Wow.
What is Jody Nettles doing?
That is unbelievable. That's the only chance that Toledo will have to get back in the game. Just don't make stupid mistakes. The snap was there. Actually it bounced, but she has to recover the ball. Just fall on it. Take the down. Don't try to get rid of it like that. Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable that she did that. Toledo now at the shot, quick change of position to get on the board.
Jesse Lynn with the pressure. Heaven Rios with the interception. Toledo back in business at the Atlanta 5-yard line. And Atlanta coach Dane Robinson is hot.
I don't blame him. That's the only way that Toledo would have a chance of getting back in the game with a stupid interception like that. If they score here, there's a lot of time left in this game.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line. What's Toledo going to do here? They're going to run Erica Hoffman. She'll get a yard down to the 4-yard line.
Do they not have an all-fantasy running back, Tamar Fennell? They give it on a quarterback sneak to their injured quarterback again. Who's making these play calls?
A lot of questions going to be asked of Ben Kelly and the Toledo offense after this is done. Dane Robinson wants to stop. They're up 3 scores. He's still playing hard.
He cannot believe what just happened. We talk so highly of Jody Nettles. She made a rookie mistake there. Take the sack, tee it up again. You can get it back. Do not just throw the ball up in the air like that.
Play clock down to 5. Erica Hoffman needs to get her team up to the line and snap the ball. She does and spikes it there. It'll bring up a 3rd and goal.
I'm trying to decide if that's a good play or not.
Would you rather just have them run a busted play there, though, Coach?
Well, if you're a veteran quarterback, which she's not, you just call a play, you audible off real quick, you run a running play, you give the ball to Tamar Fennell, as a matter of fact, and she'll score. Now they wasted it down. They didn't get the penalty. Let's see if they can recover.
And it just seems like you're burning a lot of time down 3 scores because time's going to get away from you here in the third quarter real quick. Although the clock is stopped now with 1:14 left to go. You need scores, and you need to get moving.
You're right. You got Fennell in the backfield. I'll give her credit for one thing. She did not take the 5-yard penalty.
And she didn't all of a sudden decide to run backwards and then throw the ball underhanded up in the air where somebody could intercept it like we saw a minute ago.
Hopefully they score, so with this play we won't talk about anymore. But if they don't score, this will be talked about all night.
3rd down and goal to go. Toledo needs a score here at home. Hand the ball off to Fennell. She's horse-collared around the left side. Is that going to be a penalty there?
No flag. I don't see a flag. It was a horse collar. They stopped Fennell.
Shar Fuller makes the stop. No gain. That was Jennifer King,
by
the way,
there are
on
flags.
the play.
There are flags down.
There is no foul on the play.
There were flags. There was no penalty.
I'm with you.
This is a horse collar.
That is a classic horse collar. If you look up Wikipedia, that is a horse collar.
Atlanta gets away with one there. By the way, that was Jennifer King with the rush for no gain. Less than a minute to go, third quarter in Toledo. The Crush down 3 scores. They need a score here on 4th down.
Wow, how's that spike look now? Now they have to score.
Boy, don't you wish you had an extra play right here, Coach. 4th and 4. Hoffman looking to throw. She'll scramble, pressured. She's swarmed under, fumble! Who's gonna get the ball? Now it's kicked. What is going on? One of the craziest plays you'll see. It looks like Atlanta has it.
Are you kidding me? Did that really just happen? 4th and goal. You got to throw the ball up. In that position, you have to throw the ball in the end zone no matter what. And then it gets kicked all the way down the field. Watch this. All right, you're in trouble. Obviously, you're in trouble, but you have to throw the ball up. You got a shot right now. Wing it. Wing the ball. It was stripped. It's a fumble. The ball was not going forward. Why she kicked it, I will never know that one, but it's Atlanta's ball in my eyes.
Who the fuck wants to play? Get the fuck out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. Get out. Find the position and fucking play.
Are you kidding me? A coach doing that, picking players off the bench, random players say who wants to play in the third quarter of a regular season game? I've never seen that done ever in any level of football.
Should be the final play of the third quarter. First down for Atlanta. Naz Johnson gets the ball. Lulu Jackson still wants to play. Naz Johnson goes down after a 3-yard loss.
Thank God they kept Lulu Jackson in the game. She's the only one that knows what she's doing out there right now.
So the question as we head into quarter number 4 is, have the Toledo Crush given up down 3 touchdowns at home? Will they come to play in the fourth quarter? Have they thrown in the towel? Will they throw up the white flag? We'll find out. Fourth quarter coming up. Atlanta 34, Toledo 13, LFL football night. Fourth quarter action in Toledo where Atlanta's up by 3 scores, and Jody Nettles has had a pretty good night at quarterback with the exception of one play.
What did I tell you about living a fucking another day? You born, you live another day. God damn it. God damn it. I thought about giving the ball up. Hey, chill out. Hey, fuck you. Drink another beer.
That is not how to handle a quarterback's mindset. Thank God Mark White, the offensive coordinator, calmed him down.
And that's your backup quarterback, too. You might want to give her a little more rope. Coach Robinson with more words for his team heading to the fourth.
I'm still fiery and hot-headed because I want to win this game. This game is not over. Don't give me that, but those small mistakes should not happen. All right?
He has calmed down, but getting back to Mark White, he coaches quarterbacks. You keep your quarterback calm.
Not surprisingly now, Jody Nettles will hand off to Naz Johnson on 2nd and 13 to start the fourth quarter. Johnson will get 4 yards to the 17, pushed out of bounds there by Megan Brown.
I won't be surprised, or wouldn't be surprised, if they give Naz Johnson the ball every time now. After that bad play by Jody Nettles turning the ball over, there's only 7 minutes left in the game. Give it to your star back every down. Let her get first down.
Johnson has carried twice in a row. It's now 3rd and 9 at the Toledo 17. Johnson will get it again on the pitch around the right side. Inside the 15 to the 10, heading towards the 5-yard line. It's a first down for Atlanta.
Outstanding blocking at the point of attack. What a sweep. They run like a pro Green Bay type sweep. Lead blocker, the fullback's out there. Watch this. He's got 3 blockers in the front. Watch the lead block right. A hook block right there. Boom. Great block, great run by Naz Johnson.
Get a seam right here and a seam right here. We're running up inside. 1st and goal for Atlanta. Clock running under 7 minutes in the fourth quarter. Johnson again Inside the 5 to the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta, and that should just about do it. Wait a minute, this one's coming back.
The lead blocker was Coco Montgomery. She's been blocking great on this drive, but there's a hold. There's 2 holds. There's one by Leanne Harden. There's another hold right there by Coco Montgomery.
I've got a hold, number 1. Be a 5-yard penalty, previous spot, replay first down.
As usual, the sharp eyes of Bobby Hugo detect that hold on Coco Montgomery.
Now we know why there was such a wide hole. A truck could have gone through. There are 2 holds on that play, Coco Montgomery and Leanne Harden.
They have been opening those kinds of holes all day for Naz Johnson,
Well, it's not called holding until you get caught.
That's right. First and goal now for Atlanta from the Toledo 12. Johnson for the 5th play in a row. This time they hit her at the line of scrimmage. She still finds a way to get 3 yards down to the 9-yard line. Jessie Lynn got there first and slowed her up. Remy Olenzak was there to finish her off.
Remy Olenzak, again, the Iron City girl from Pittsburgh, playing great football tonight. Naz Johnson, in my eyes right now, she's the MVP of this game.
I think I'd have to agree with you.
She is playing outstanding, coming back from a total knee ACL operation, just insanely severe injury. You can't tell. She is 100% tonight.
Atlanta trying to put Toledo away with a 2nd and goal from the 9-yard line. Jody Nettles back to pass, under pressure. Fumble, ball is loose. Naz Johnson picked it up. Atlanta will keep the ball. You heard the ref call it 3rd down.
Help me out with that call. Not sure this is a great call. Play action pass. If she's wide open, throw it. If not, just tuck the ball away. I guarantee Dane Robinson is going nuts on the sideline again. Tuck the ball, take the loss, tee it up. You have more plays to get more yardage.
But why do you throw there? You're already up a bajillion points. You've got 2nd and goal. No need to throw the ball.
The only chance is that you might want to put some more points on, because if there is a tie and they are in the hunt for the Eastern Conference, there is a point differential between the teams.
3rd and goal now at the 15. Naz Johnson will get it. She's not going to get the first down, won't get a touchdown. Only 2 yards inside the 15 to the 13.
Great tackle there by Shelby Ramirez, the pride of Toledo, a home girl. The home crowd loves her.
On 4th down, do you give Jody Nettles another opportunity to throw the ball?
I would. The way Naz Johnson's running right now, she on her own, she could probably get a touchdown. I think they'd be looking for a play action pass. I would keep it on the ground.
4th and goal at the Toledo 13-yard line. Atlanta is up 3 scores. Play clock running down. Nettles with the snap of the shotgun. She's under pressure again. Still tries to throw it. Picked off. Intercepted by Megan Brown. And Atlanta, for the first time all day, has been stopped.
Ill-advised pass again by Jody Nettles. Just when I had her just a quarter ago competing for the starting job, right now Dakota Hughes is the starter. Megan Brown having a big night. 3 tackles, 1 assist, 1 interception. That's 3 bad plays on 3 consecutive drives by Jody Nettles. You just tuck the ball, take the sack. You're in trouble. Don't try to make anything happen you can't make happen. 2nd time she's got picked off, throwing the ball up.
The flag on the play was for holding. It doesn't matter. Toledo will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 18. Down 3 scores, under 4.5 minutes to go. Clock running in the 4th quarter.
Dane Robinson not happy at all. He's not as upset as he was throwing chairs, but he is not happy about his quarterback throwing the ball up like that.
Erica Hoffman, she'll go back to pass. Looking deep downfield. Remy Olenzak. She's doing it on both sides of the ball.
You got to love the Pittsburgh pride. Remy Olenzak talking to the crowd, doing a little dance. You got to love her style, the way she plays football. But how about Erica Hoffman with a separated shoulder throwing a dart? Number 5, Remy Olenzak getting behind the all-fantasy free safety, Charlene Fuller. What a play by Toledo. This looks like the crush we saw play a couple weeks ago. You could not see any hurt in that shoulder of the quarterback, Hoffman. Wow, what a play for the crush.
To answer the question at the end of the 3rd quarter, Toledo has not given up. 28 yards on the previous play, 1st down now. The give is to Tamar Fennell. She loses a yard.
In the LFL, under 4 minutes left in the game, if you score, you can try onside kicks. So if they get in, I know Dane Robinson right now is going crazy about giving the ball back to Toledo.
2nd down and goal. 3:20 left to go, clock running 4th quarter. Toledo needs to score, and they need to score in a hurry, down 21.
I would give it to Tamar Fennell. She is the feature back, one of the premier backs in the LFL. Inside the 10-yard line, she can always get yardage.
If you know that and I know that, you think Atlanta knows that? They sure do. Tamar Fennell stopped behind the line of scrimmage. You see her there, number 7, Jen McLaughlin got there first.
Jenny Mack, a solid player out of Marietta, Georgia. What a night she's having. She's proven it's not who you play, it's how you play.
You just heard the ref say it. 3rd down, goal to go. Toledo needs a bunch of scores. They're at the Atlanta 8-yard line. What do you do here? Run or pass, coach?
Play action pass. You have a quarterback that can run or pass. Give it to her, let her run, or let her find somebody end zone, which they're doing. She's in the shotgun.
Last couple of times, Erica Hoffman has looked pretty decent throwing the ball. She'll try it again from deep in the shotgun. Hoffman out to the right side, pass complete to Tamar Fennell. 4 yards to the 4-yard line.
I like getting the ball to Tamar Fennell, but I don't like throwing it to her 4 yards out. That's tough. You got to get her in the end zone because they swarmed her. Steps on the pocket, gets it to Fennell. I like that, but look, there's 3 defenders right there. She has no chance of getting the end zone.
4th and goal at the 4. Run or pass, coach?
I give it to Fennell. No question, I give it to Fennell.
Conventional wisdom would say that you would do that. We'll find out what they're going to do after the 2-minute warning. Atlanta by 3 scores. Toledo knocking on the door. 2 minutes left to go in Toledo, Ohio. LFL football night as the Toledo Crush hope to get into the end zone on this 4th down play coming up. Now next week, huge playoff implications as we travel to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the home of the Green Bay Chill, as they take on the Chicago Bliss.
Look forward to see the Ferrari Crisdell Harris go against Gilbert Brown and the Green Bay Chill.
Down 3 scores, the Toledo Crush. 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. Erica Hoffman, runner pass here.
I give it to Fennell, but you'll see, look, everybody's up on the line. They might throw it.
At least play action. That's what they'll do. Erica Hoffman under pressure. She'll dump the ball off. Oh, and Karis Hood cannot hold on. Atlanta will take over on downs.
I like the play call. They knew they were going to come with a blitz. They were all over Hoffman. She dumped it underneath. Karis Hood could have walked in the end zone. She did not concentrate on the football. Wow.
Karis Hood didn't lose the game for Toledo, but she didn't help matters either. She's not very happy as the Atlanta steam comes out to hopefully run out the clock, lock up this win. Coach Robinson happy on the Atlanta sidelines, congratulating his defense there.
You got to hand it to the quarterback, Erica Hoffman. Her stats weren't great, 5 out of 10, 56 rating, but she's playing with a separated shoulder. She would be my starting quarterback any day of the week.
Not to overstate the obvious, but all Atlanta needs to do now is run out the clock. They'll do that with Naz Johnson. She's going to bite off big chunks of yardage out across the 20-yard line before she's hit out of bounds by Megan Brown, stapling her to the boards.
This is tough, hard-hitting football at its best. The score differential might be a lot, but listen to this. What a hit by Megan Brown.
Boom, and Megan Brown hasn't stopped playing even though her team's down 3 scores. Atlanta has a 1st and 10 now at their own 20-yard line.
No question, you know number 19 is going to get the ball to run the clock out.
1:38 clock running now. Whoa, snap goes over Jody Nettles' head, but Naz Johnson grabs the ball and she's loose down the sideline for a touchdown. The most improbable, incredible play to cap off a great night for the Atlanta Steam.
What a night for Naz Johnson. A bad snap. She catches the ball off of Nettles. Watch this. Bad snap goes off her hand. Heads up by number 19. She's got caught. She doesn't know where to go. Breaks Tamar Fennell's ankle. Goes all the way in for a touchdown. This is Naz Johnson's night.
30 yards on the play. That puts Atlanta up 40-13.
130 yards, 7.2 average. What a night for the police officer from Atlanta. She's put handcuffs on this Toledo defense tonight.
Can Atlanta score their 41st point? Naz Johnson, what a surprise, to the end zone. No! Stopped at the goal line. A moral victory for the Toledo Crush.
Another big hit by Megan Brown and Jessie Lynn. They're not done. They want to play more football. They don't think this game is over.
With 1:26 left to go and a 40-13 Atlanta lead, this game is over. And it sets up a huge final week matchup between Atlanta and Jacksonville. Let's take a look at the updated Eastern Conference standings.
Jacksonville Breeze 2-0, Atlanta Steam 2-0, the Charm 1-1. Right now, the favorites are the Breeze, but this Atlanta team is playing strong. Cannot wait to see these games coming up in the next coming weeks.
Toledo will take over with a first down at their own 15-yard line. Down a bunch. They're going to try and save some pride here, I would think.
This is good experience for Hoffman. As a rookie quarterback, this is good time in the game to get some throws in.
Hoffman's going to throw. Quick pass out to the flat, nobody home. Pass is incomplete. Somebody ran a wrong route.
Heaven Rios, who's supposed to run a hook route, she ran a 9-streak route, was thrown on time, and good throw by Hoffman, bad route by Rios.
Hoffman coming over to get the play from Coach Ben Kelly. A second down 40-13 with 1:22 left to go. Still fighting hard, though, inside the Huntington Center here in Toledo, Ohio.
The Crush was big underdogs coming in. They tried to be the spoiler, just didn't happen.
Hoffman with a pass. This time it's complete out the flat. Wow, Heaven Rios is clotheslined by Key Harrison.
Key Harrison been fighting tough all night. Hoffman gets the ball in the flat. Watch Key Harrison. Boom! Clothesline. She's playing like it's the first quarter right now.
That's what you get with the LFL, hitting right to the very end. And they'll be hitting hard next week in Green Bay with Green Bay and the Chicago Bliss. It's 3rd down and 4. Toledo will pick up the first down. It's too little too late with less than a minute to go.
We talked about it before the game. Head coach Dane Robinson has put fight and fire in his team. There was a lot of internal problems last year. A lot of people going different directions. He brought them all together. This is a playoff team.
Tamar Fennell with an 8-yard pickup for the first down. First down now at the Atlanta 21. They'll give the ball to Fennell again. Stopped close to the line of scrimmage. She fell forward for a couple of yards to the 19.
I'm not sure with 40 seconds left in the game, I would have my all-star back, Tamar Fennell, in the game. You don't want any chance of her getting hurt.
Especially with the injury to Mercedes Ephraim in the first quarter.
Absolutely.
You're right. You don't want to take any chances with Tamar Fennell because right now she's about all you got. On second down, Hoffman is intercepted. That should just about do it. Charlene Fuller makes the interception for Atlanta and pays the price.
You got to keep your heads up on the sideline. Obviously, that guy was not ready for the hit. Everybody is fair game. Watch this. It's a good pass. Trying to get Olenczak off her fingertips, picked off, but watch the chain gang member. Watch out, buddy. Bam.
2 guys get out of the way, 1 guy doesn't. He ends up getting leveled.
Broken ribs. He's laughing about it, but that was an incredible hit he took on the sideline.
Atlanta should take a knee here and go home with a 40-13 victory. Nice win on the road for the Atlanta Steam and their backup quarterback, Jody Nettles. She'll take the knee. The clock will run out. Your final score, the Atlanta Steam dominant in Toledo, Ohio tonight at the Huntington Center, 40-13 over the Toledo Crush.
Solid. They accomplished what they had to. There's the 2 quarterbacks. Dakota Hughes will be back next week, but they have a solid backup now in Jody Nettles. She played a solid B game, as we talked about, a couple of mistakes, but bottom line, she got the win.
Ben Kelly and Toledo still looking for their first win. Atlanta headed for a big matchup with Jacksonville. We are headed to Milwaukee for a big matchup with the Green Bay Chill and the Chicago Bliss.
Great working with you, Chet. Fun time tonight.
Not bad for our first time.
Absolutely.
For the coach, Bobby Hugo, I'm Chet Buchanan. Your final score in Toledo, the Atlanta Steam 40, the Toledo Crush 13. LFL Football Night is produced by Connor Schofield. Our director is Brian Castaldo, and the executive producer is Mitch Mortaza. We'll see you next week in Green Bay, LFL Football Night.